Hey, Chicas. Welcome back to another episode of It's for the Chicas. I'm Anahy.
And I'm Gisele, and this is episode 39.
Yay. We're almost at 40.
Yes.
I'm so excited. I can't believe we've stuck with it for almost a year.
I know,
I'm so proud of us.
make a year.
It's been hard, like the weeks that we haven't dropped, but I'm glad we still like pick ourselves back up and start recording again. And we've been consistent for 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah,
so
have.
I'm like trying not to jinx
longer
it.
than 2 weeks.
Has it been 3?
Probably.
I think it's been 3.
I think it has.
Yeah, it's been 3. Mm-hmm. But welcome back to another episode, guys. We're just gonna be doing catch up, a couple topics, catch up, like a catch up, a couple topics that just I was bringing. And yeah, so how have you been? How was your weekend?
It was good. We were together out on Friday.
Yeah.
We went to the cook-off. Shout out to the girlies that said hi.
Oh, yeah.
Anahy, she's getting all the girlies compliments. Girl, you look good.
Dude, I was like...
You look so good.
There was girls coming... Like, I had like 3 different girls that I didn't know come up to me. And they were like obviously when you walked in the house, you were like, dude, you look so good. And then... when I saw Edie too, she was like, dude, her and Melissa were like, your outfit's so cute.
So cute.
And then Jasmine and her sister too, they were like, oh my God. And then, but I did have a couple random girls. Obviously, your friends are going to hype you up. Jimena too, she was like, oh my God, that fit. Like, I loved her boots though. Your girlies are always going to hype you up. But when a random girl hypes you up, it's just like different. Like, it's like, oh, we could be friends because you're cool. But I did have a couple girls come up to me and they were just like, oh my God, they were like, the first thing that they would say, they were like, your body, you have an amazing body.
Girl, yes.
And then they'd be like, and your outfit is so cute. And I was like, man, and I didn't even take outfit pictures. So that's why, like, towards the end, I was like, Gisele and Jasmine got me. Like, I was like, I need something. Like, this outfit deserves a post. But I had a lot of fun. It was really chill. I didn't get drunk. Like, I told myself I wasn't. I was like, no, I'm not going to get drunk.
Did you even get, like, a little buzz?
No. I was just drinking calmly, like, just taking sips here and there. Edie and Melissa came back from, I don't know where, with shots. Did y'all get shots?
Oh, yeah. Melissa gave me one.
Okay, yeah. And I was like, no, like, I didn't want shots, but it didn't do anything to me. So, yeah.
It was like a candy shot, I think.
A Mexican candy shot. Yeah. Those are so good, though.
Tastes like watermelon. It was really good.
Oh, those, I think the drink that you brought back, I think they were palomas. The ones with the chamoy around the rim.
Oh, yeah.
Those were good. The tequila ones, yeah. But overall, it was a pretty good turnout. And then Gisele had somebody recognize her.
Oh, yes. What was her name?
Yeah,
Cindy. Yeah, I went to go get more drinks and I was tipsy. I was like, I don't know how to act. But I got a little tipsy and I was like trying to get through the crowd, like come back with my drinks. And she was like, hey. And I was like, hi. I was talking to her like I knew her. And she was like, you're so beautiful. And I was like, okay.
You were like,
and then, because I was like, huh? And then she was like, I watch y'all's podcast and I love you. Like, you're so sweet and nice. And I was like, thank you.
And I was like, and then she was like, hey, do you know a girl named Cindy? She just recognized me from the podcast. And I was like, oh my God. I had just said hi to her. And I had just said hi to her. I was like, yeah, I just said hi to her. And she was like, oh my God. Like, she told me that she recognized me from the podcast. And I was like, it feels good. Like, even though, like, it's somebody that I know, like, Gisele doesn't know them. Yeah. Like, when you're, was it your cousin or Rob's cousin?
It's Rob's cousin, but my cousin-in-law.
Yeah, like when she recognized me, she was like, "Oh my God, I love you. I watched the podcast," and I was like, oh, "Like it feels good." It's like, "Aw." But did you do anything Saturday?
It was actually Rob's little sister. Well, my sister-in-law's baby shower, so that was cool. Yeah, I woke up. So I woke up with like a little headache on Saturday, but I got up at 8 a.m. still. I took a shower, went to go pick up the treats because that's what me and Rob contributed. Yeah. And I went to go drop them off with her because she was going to be at the hall earlier. Sorry. And then went home, got ready, went all the way to Tomball because that's where her baby shower was at. I know.
Oh my gosh.
It started at 1. And then we were there till about 6:30 maybe, I think. Yep. And then that's all I did on Saturday because then I got home and I was like, I'm just so happy to be home. I got my PJs, took my makeup off, and I started watching. Oh my God, you guys, y'all have to watch. I don't know if you can watch it yet, but Lioness.
No, I haven't watched it.
It's on Paramount. Paramount. That's why I said Mount.
Yeah.
It is so good. I'm only like 4 or 5 episodes in, but me and Rob were like, and then he 45? Was leaving 4 or 5 episodes.
Oh, okay.
We're only 4 or 5 episodes in, but the episodes are about 45 minutes long.
Dang.
They're long. And me and Rob were just like, and then he was
that's
leaving.
Because I need a show to watch with him.
And he was leaving, and then he was like, stop watching it. And I'm like, ugh. So I was like, fine, I'm going to go to bed. Yeah. So me and Robbie went to bed, and then that was it. Oh, today I woke up, went to church.
Yeah.
Then now I'm here because I was home all day just cleaning. And
I know. Yesterday I woke up kind of early because I don't feel like we got home till late from the... Oh, no. Yeah, we did because Henry played at Kawama. Dude, but I was falling asleep.
11:30, us.
I was like falling asleep in the truck. I didn't get off at Kawama.
How long did you stay in the truck for?
Like an hour. Not even, like 45 minutes.
Because he had to play?
Yeah, he had to play. And then we got home. My suegra had watched my land, so she stayed the night. And in the morning, I was like, do you want to stay? Like, do you want me to take you home? And she was like, no, you could take me. So I was like, okay. So I went to go drop her. Well, I woke up, I showered. Dude, I fell asleep with my makeup on.
Did you feel dirty in the morning?
I felt like so cochina. I was like, ugh, gross. But I woke up, I showered, washed my face, took off all the makeup. And then I went to go drop off my suegra, and then I came back home. I wasn't hungry, and neither was Henry, so I only gave my Lynn like breakfast. Yeah. And then we just chilled like all day. I got up finally like around 5 p.m. And then my suegra had cleaned the whole house. So I was like, she did my laundry. Like, I didn't have to do, her. I know. So I didn't have to do nothing. So I was like, bet. Like, the house was clean. And so I was like, you know what? Like, last night I started decorating. I moved all the decor I had bought from this year. I moved it all to the sala, and I was like, let me just put it out. No, I didn't do that yesterday. I'm lying. That was this morning. I went to Burlington yesterday. Oh, okay. Yeah, and I bought a skirt for church today because I didn't have like nothing to wear. Cute. So I was like, let me get a skirt. I'll just wear with the t-shirt and Converse. So that's what I wore to church.
Sounds like a cute outfit.
Yeah, it was cute. But I need more skirts for church, or like more jeans that don't have holes in them. And then today I woke up, gave my lamb breakfast. I didn't eat because we were going to go to Mambo's. So I was like, I don't want to be too full at church and then have to go eat. So I woke up. It was like 7, dude, when I woke up this morning. Because I went to bed really early last night. And then when I started picking up the sala because me and Mylene had a mess from being there all day the day before. So I did that. And then I moved all the Halloween decor that I had here to the sala. And I did all of that. I picked up, cleaned the kitchen. And then we went to church. We went to Mambo's. We went to Home Depot. We came home and we like chilled in the bed. Like we changed, we chilled. And then Henry was like, okay, I'm going to cut the grass. So I was like, okay, bet. And then I was like, you know what? Like, get me the boxes down. Like, let me just do una vez acabar. And that's what I did. And then you came. And that's what I've been doing. Yeah.
Chill weekend. I love it.
I know. Me too.
I still feel like I have to go home and clean, though.
I know. My Len doesn't have school tomorrow, so I'm, like, excited for that.
Real?
Yeah.
Why?
They don't get half days, so they have, like, full days off during the month. They'll get, like, 1 or 2 days, 2 Mondays off.
What?
Yeah. And
That's cool.
Yeah, and then in October, they have a fall break, so they're off, like, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Yeah, I think Robbie too. This year they give him a fall break. He gets off Friday and Monday. No,
not fair.
Heck no.
Yeah,
Humble ISD, my family, they get a whole week off
for fall.
Their kids,
and then it's Thanksgiving break. Oh, I love Thanksgiving.
Yep. But so we both went to church.
Oh yeah,
we want to give what you learned today something small. We don't have to go too much deep because I know we have time crunch.
So church, they talked about forgiveness, and I don't know, I feel like I like when I go to church and I really feel like I needed to hear that, but I feel like I've already worked on like forgiveness, so like I don't feel like it really spoke to me, you know what I mean? But it was good. It was still like really good lessons, and he was like basically just talking about how we're supposed to forgive even our enemies, because God forgives us all. Like he's like, you do bad, like God's gonna forgive you. Like, and then he's like, and it's not just about forgiveness, it's about genuinely having compassion for the person, like for real, wishing them good. He's like, because at the end of the day, he's like, even if you don't want to forgive the person because they really did do something bad for you, he's like, you forgive them for you too. Yeah. He's like, forgive them for you, because what do you, like, tanto rencor, like, tanto coraje que le estás guardando a esa persona, and
it's only affecting you.
It's only affecting you. He's like you go to bed and you have that anger, like that rencor, everything you do, nothing good's gonna come from it. And he's like, so you forgive those people, you wish them the best, because that's how you're at peace with yourself, and that's how you're going to be able to just move on, just let it go, wish them the best. Yeah. And that way, when you do go where we're all going, and he's like, God's going to have that compassion for you, even if you've sinned, even if you've done him wrong, because we're human, and he understands that. He's like, the only perfect one is God, and the only one that can judge us is God. So just like let it go and forgive them, wish them the best, but also be very compassionate with your forgiveness. That's what it was about. So it's good.
That is good.
Good lessons.
Yeah, even though if you don't feel like it's for you, it's always good to be reminded.
Yeah.
Of words like that.
Yeah, and I kind of just liked how he, like the compassion part. Like I hadn't really done that, like.
Have compassion.
Or not like thought about it that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I was like, man, he's right. Like have compassion, just be peaceful about it, like move on, and it is what it is.
Keep it going.
Yeah, keep it going.
Keep it going, yeah. Today they spoke. My friend invited me to her church, and she had been telling me, so I was like, well, I'm gonna go. Well, she hasn't been telling me, but she'd been telling me about her church and about like visiting it, and I was like, finally, like, oh, I'm gonna go. And I went, and it's in Baytown. The vibes are so like very welcoming, super cute. Robbie loved it too, the kids ministry, because he went to the kids class. He talked about stress. I guess the church had already been talking about like what they wanted to hear or something like that. I'm not a member there, so I don't really know what has been going on. But he talked about stress. He gave like key points how to manage it. And I really like that he said, people are always like, oh, you follow God, why do bad things still happen to you? And he was like, God never said bad would not happen. If anything, you following Jesus Christ, bad things are going to come. The enemy is going to throw stress at you. He's going to throw worry at you. He's going to do anything to get you off the path of trusting God or looking to him for those, all that. He's like, God never said there was never going to be any troubles. He said, I promise you there is going to be trouble.
But you have to trust me.
Yeah. Like he says it in the Bible, like there's going to be trouble. Like, And then I really like that he said that, because it's true. Like a lot of people, I have had friends in the past who said like they don't really believe in God. And they're like, but why do bad things happen then? Why isn't your life perfect? Why do things happen to you? And it's like, well, God says it, like bad things were going to happen. He never said the world was perfect. I mean, if anything, we because of Adam and Eve and Satan and all that, like everything fell. Yeah. And we now have our own will to do whatever we want.
Yeah. So, and we have to continue to choose.
Right? Yeah. And it was really good. He talked about the stress. He gave 5 tips. So let me read them real quick, because they all went into depth. Each one, they were really good. But the first one, refuse to worry. Like worries are natural. Humans. Oh, this is something he pointed out too. He said, we're the only creation that don't trust their creator. Yeah. He's like, you see dogs?
Yeah. My mom's always said, she's like, why do we stress? Like, hasta los pájaros comen. Yeah. Hasta los pájaros Dios les da de comer.
Do you see a dog stress? Do you see the bird stress? Do you see we're worrying where they're going to get their next meal?
No, because they know God's got them.
Yeah. He's like, humans are the only creation that do not trust their creator.
That's crazy.
I know. I was like, oh, that is so true. Yeah. And it was more and more, right? And then the second one was ramp up your prayers. Stop talking to yourself or in your mind or dwelling on the bad things that are going on in your mind, and talk to God. You're just sitting there talking to yourself. You're sinking yourself more into depression, anxiety, worry, and for what? You're panicking for what? Yeah. And then he brought up a scripture in Proverbs where he says, cast all your worries on me. And he said casting means to throw. So when God says cast it on me, throw it at him.
Be like, this is my problem. Take care of it now.
Here. Like, God, you got it. Like, I can. And then he said too, we weren't created to handle these things. We weren't created to be able to handle these things. That's why we have to go to him to help us, because we weren't.
Yeah, that's crazy, because I always think about that, like, because I know some people don't believe in God, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm like, cuando te estás ahogando, cuando no hayas una solución, cuando no hayas like una respuesta a tu pregunta, like when you're literally at the lowest of lows, who do you turn to if you don't have God? Mm-hmm. Because like I've gone through stuff, right? And God's the one that's gotten me out of it. So I'm like, I don't know. I understand like everybody's entitled to their own beliefs, but I really truly would want to know, like, who do you turn to when you feel
it's just kind of like how Angelica said. Remember when we had her, she was like, I don't know what people with no faith do
when they're at their lowest. Yeah.
Like, what do they do? But I mean, I know some people who don't believe in God, and
some people hand it to the universe.
Yeah, kind of something like that, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess. And then the third one was like, retain attitude of gratitude. So always be thanking him. The enemy wants to steal your joy and hope. The fourth one was reflect on good things always. Guard your spirit and your mind. And this one, he said, which I've said before to most of like my friends and stuff, like why I don't watch horror movies. He said, your eyes and your ears are the gateway to you. Yeah. So whatever you hear, whatever you see, like you're allowing like that, whatever the dark spirits, or like I'm not perfect, okay? I went to the cook-off on Friday and got lit.
No, but I feel like it's easier for them to attack you, because you know how I watched that Pope movie, like for a day I was like, I'm kind of scared.
Jesus.
No, and then I was like, you know what? You're not coming for me. I was like, I believe in Jesus. I was like, and Jesus got me.
We need the parrot in the back.
So yeah, I rebuke you. Okay.
And then the last one was just remain content, like always trying to get out of that thinking. I mean, he provided a bunch of scriptures too, right?
Yeah.
But just like remain content, try to remain content, because that is what the enemy is here for, to steal your joy. And when he steals your joy, you're depressed and just go in a sinkhole.
Like we've been going to church for the past 2 Sundays, but before we started going to church again, me and Henry were already praying and stuff, and then there's just something about a man trusting God that's like so beautiful, appealing, like to me. Like when he told me the other day, he's like, yeah, like I'll look up scriptures in the morning, like to pray about. And I was like, legit, like I was like, oh my God, like you don't even know how much that like made me love you more. Like I swear, like I was like, babe, I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, like I look up scriptures, and I'm like, man, like they're right. And then recently, like I posted like a little reel about how, did we talk about this one last week? Where no, we didn't. So Henry was going through something. I'm not gonna say where or when or with who, but he was going through something, and it was basically like I know you know this, where somebody's like doing bad to you, like como que te está yendo bien, and they're like, no, like yo no quiero que te vaya bien, so they're kind of like putting in a bad word for you or doing this, cursing you, yeah. And then like I would tell Henry, I was like, don't stress about it, like just hand it to God, pray on it, like it is what it is. And then that next morning he got a call, and it was like God spoke through that person, and I was like, you see? And he was like, what made him call me to tell me that? And I was like, God. I was like he didn't just wake up and was like, oh, like, let me like call this person and give them good news. No, like God was like, you're going to call this person and give them good news tomorrow. I was like, that was God speaking through him. I was like, that was God answering your prayers. Mm-hmm. And then he was like, man, like that's crazy. And then the person that was like cursing him or wishing him bad, it was kind of like they saw like the good that God did for them, like right in front of their face. And then we got like a thing on TikTok where it was like the people, or I think Denise had shared it. Like God, what does it say? Like God will make a table in front of your enemies. Like, y ahí mismo, like les va a enseñar. Like, and I was like, and that's what happened to Henry. And he was like, man, like that's crazy. And I was like, you see, like we just gotta keep trusting him. I was like it's hard. it's hard, and it's like you want to take things into your own hands, but we talked about it last week, like you have to like let go and let God for real. I was like 100% be trusting in him. And then ever since that, Henry is like, man, I'm not even stressing anymore. And I was like, yeah, because God's got you. Like, you know that. Like, you've seen it. So I feel like because he saw it, it was like what he needed to continue in like his faith and like wanting to get closer to God and wanting to learn more about our church and wanting to show up every day, every Sunday to church and like continue his prayers and everything. So God works in mysterious ways, and maybe that's like what needed to happen for Henry to like be called to him and be like, okay, like
to see him.
Yeah. So
he'll do things to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it was a good word for both of us.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got to share with you.
I know. I love talking about our Sunday church. Yeah. What Jesus said to us.
I was like, we should talk about what we learned today.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, let's do it.
Which means next week we both have to go, so we could talk about it.
Oh, well, for Robbie was like, Mommy, we have to come back to this church because they're doing something for the kids next Sunday, like a big celebration thing at the church. Cute. And it's called Explore. So they said like, oh, bring your kids like in their Explore outfits, like a
like a wilderness explorer or something. Yeah, that's cute.
So I was like, okay. Well, my friend Selena goes there, and then I've seen other people go there too, but I was like, I don't mind. Like, I still feel like I'm looking for my church home. I was going to Rig Global with my mom. I'll tell you offline.
Okay.
Because I'm like, remember those things we talked about with Jessica? This is offline.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
A little more deep.
Yeah. But going into topics.
Oh, yeah. I brought a topic. I saw a TikTok, and I was like, oh, my gosh, this would be so much fun. Talking about the worst characters in movies, TV shows, cartoons that we cannot stand and why.
Okay.
So you go first.
Oh, excuse me.
You okay?
Yeah.
Some carbonated drinks.
So for me, I said Ursula because me and Mylene just watched The Little Mermaid this weekend, and I was like, why is she so mean? Like, your problem is with your brother. Like, it's not even with Ariel.
Yeah.
But why you gotta do Ariel like that, man? Like, she was just looking for the love of her life. Yeah. She wasn't even looking for the love of her life. She just wanted to be a human, and she knew that. And she knew that. And she was like, I'm gonna take her voice away because her dad's gonna be like, not my daughter, and her daddy's gonna come and save her, and I'm gonna take over the ocean. Like, that was her thing. But I was like, you can't just fight your dad, dude. Why you gotta get the kids involved? Oh. Why?
You mean fight your brother?
Yeah.
It's like the dad.
Fight your brother. Why you gotta get the kids involved?
Because they're brother and sister, right?
Yeah, they're brother and sister.
That is so funny.
And she wanted to be like queen of the ocean, but her dad was King Triton. Like,
that's so funny. Since you brought up a cartoon one, I wanted to... the one I was going to bring up was... She brought up a Disney one. I was like, I could bring a Disney one up too. Everybody knows my favorite princess is Beauty and the Beast. So, Gaston. Like, I was just like, oh, he's so annoying and desperate.
So cringy.
Yes, he was so desperate for a girl. The one girl that did not look at him, he wanted her so bad. And she dissed him so many times. Like, he wanted to go kill the love of her life.
She was the prettiest one of the whole town or whatever.
Yeah, but he done had everybody, and because he didn't have her, he wanted her.
Yeah. And it was just because of that.
That was it. It was not because he wanted to love her. It would have been
like when you give the ugly guy a chance and he starts treating you like you're the ugly one. Yeah. That would have been Gaston if Belle would have paid attention to him.
Yeah. 100%. Gross. He was ugly, desperate, and so cringe.
I know.
There's a lot of you out there like, no, I'm just...
Another one, man, and I still don't think this is who me and Henry were talking about, but we were like, man, he plays like a jerk so good that it for real makes you want to hate him. And it's that guy from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You said Joffrey. Yeah. Oh my gosh, when I watched that, I was like, like you just want to jump in and like just.
So when he dies, were you happy?
Oh yeah, 100%. I was like, finally, man, like you deserved it. You like that was what you deserved. Like, you were freaking rude to everybody. And
okay, well, as much as I'm gonna piggyback off of that one, right? Game of Thrones. As much as I did not like Joffrey, I don't use hate, but I hated Ramsay. He was horrible.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, I never got that far. Yeah,
he's towards the end, bro. He's disgusting. Like, his mind was delusional, twisted, disgusting. Like, Joffrey was a bully to I forgot her name. Yeah. I don't know. Sansa. He was a bully to her.
Ramsey? I have one, and I'm going to say it really fast, but remind me. Remind me of the novela Teresa.
Oh, okay. Ramsey, he like literally tortured Sansa. Like he tortured her. He would like, I don't know if I can say it on YouTube. Yeah, essay her. He would make her watch with other women. He would, he showed her like that dogs would eat, like he would send dogs on people. He sent dogs on her. He literally tortured her, and he tortured other people too. Like he cut off a guy's so like Joffrey was annoying, rude. Yeah, but Ramsey way surpassed that. So when Ramsey died, I was like, I've never been so happy on a show that someone died. And he died the way he would sick dogs on people. The dogs, his dogs he was their owner, they sicked them back. Like they had no loyalty to him. They killed him.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. I need to get into it again.
Evil. He was really evil. Yeah. So, I could not stand him.
And then you said The Walking Dead.
Oh, you want to do Teresa though real quick?
No, you could do Walking Dead because I feel like it kind of vibes with Game of Thrones.
Okay. Yeah. The Walking Dead. Oh my gosh. So this one, I don't think a lot of people will agree, but Lori.
I think a lot of people would agree.
Oh, she was so annoying. She was annoying.
And first of all, I don't care if the world is ending. If you're loyal to your man, you do not get with your man's best friend. No. I don't care how, like, it's the end of the world. I don't care. Like, there was no excuse. What was the reason? Like, that's how I feel about that.
And then excuse. She has, like, the way she dies, and like her son has to be there, and like, that was traumatizing. She was selfish. She was annoying. Was annoying too, though. Carl?
Yeah.
He did annoying things, but at the end, he's...
at the end is when he got more on my nerves.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, oh, good, we didn't need you here no more.
Honestly. That's
horrible, right? But yeah, I was just like...
I could see parts of it, yeah. But I mean...
My favorite character from The Walking Dead.
Okay, who's your favorite?
Daryl.
Daryl's one of my favorites, but so is
y el chino went before he died. Oh my god, dude,
the way they killed him.
Oh my gosh, when they killed him, so I was like, no, there's no way. There's no way. I was like, there's no way. And then there was a way.
Oh, what is
you know what? What's his name that killed him?
Oh, you're talking about the guy?
The guy. What's his name? Oh my gosh. I have it at the tip of my tongue.
I'm not going to say it.
The one, you know who I'm talking about? The one with the bat, Denny.
Negan.
Denny on Grey's Anatomy. I was like, how did he go from Denny to Negan? I was like, no. My sister saw him. She met him in real life at the Comic Con. I saw Ariana. She got a picture with him.
Comic Con. I've gone there. I think my other favorite one has to be no, you know who else got on my nerves? Carol.
You know she did too until she became like a badass.
Yeah, until
she was like, oh cool.
But even then, like she went on her own and she was still kind of being annoying to me. Like,
dude, honestly, Carol, you ruined it when you let all those zombies out in the beginning because your daughter was one of them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was sad, but you were a little annoying. Desde entonces, first mistake.
Yeah, but I would say that's Michonne. She was one of my favorites.
Oh, Michonne.
Yeah, I like her. Rick kind of got on my nerves sometimes in some seasons.
Yeah.
I'm like dude, shut up already.
Yeah. And también, okay, so The Walking Dead, Daryl was my favorite. Like, Daryl was the coolest. He was like Mylene, when she was little, her hair was like real shaggy from the front. Yeah. And it took me forever to cut it. She would wake up in the mornings and Henry was like, she looks like Daryl.
Teresa.
So Teresa, the mom. Oh, dude, Teresa's mom was like so annoying to her. Yeah. Like, I get it. Like, she wanted her daughter to be more like humble and stuff. And I would agree with her on that part. But there was moments where like, okay, like Teresa's making it, right? So Teresa gets her dad like a better job, gets him out of working in the taller de mecánico, gets him a better job. And her mom's like, Teresa, that's not right. Like, why are you making your dad work over there? Like, he needs to work where he's always been working his whole life. Like, why are you holding your man back?
Yeah.
Why are you being like this? Like, I don't understand. Like, and she would get mad that like Teresa like wanted more for herself. Like, why are you gonna get mad? Because that's the point. Yeah. Like, I want Mylen to have more than me.
Oh, because she was doing better than her.
No, like, she just wanted her to stay, like, humble and, like, in her, like, roots, like, okay, become a lawyer, but, like, I don't know. You gotta watch the novela. Like,
I've never seen
her mom
it.
was like a hater.
Humble, okay, but like
no, her mom was like
she
a day
didn't want
one
her
hater.
to success.
Like, yeah, be successful, but like still live in the same place, still like be doing the same things you were doing when you were poor. Like, not like better herself, not like oh, why are you living like over there? Like, she was just a hater, dude. Teresa's mom was a hater. She was a big hater, and she was so dramatic, dude. Like, Teresa would be like, oh, like, my boss gifted me this bag, and she'd be like, no, like, why did you accept it? Like that. What a hater, right?
No.
What a hater. The drama. And I was like, Rocio, I think that was her name, like, shut up and sit down. Like, let your daughter, like,
let me see that.
You're going to start getting TikTok reels about it. That's how I remember Teresa, because her mom was a hater. Her mom was a hater to her.
Teresa.
Super dramatic.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Is that anywhere? I remember that guy. He was on a lot of novelas.
Sebastián Rulli. They're married in real life. Well, they're not married, but they're together. Yeah, they don't believe in marriage.
What?
Because they want to have like just their love speak for itself. They get to choose each other every day. Even though when you're married, you still gotta choose yourself. Choose each other.
That's hilarious. I gotta see it. So since we're on novelas, let me see. What novela have I seen that I can't stand? Probably Ruby.
Okay, well, Teresa's like Ruby.
Oh, okay.
Teresa's the remade Ruby.
But Ruby was like really vengeful.
Yeah, Teresa was too.
Oh.
Yeah, she was rude. Oh, man.
Well, then maybe she deserved it.
No, when you watch it, you're going to be like, okay, like, sometimes her mom was a little extra. Like, I was like, okay, calm down, dude. Like, it's not that serious.
But like, she stole someone's man and all that too?
Yeah.
Oh.
100%. Like, but they're like, when they make the TikToks of Teresa, they'll be like, man, I'm starting to let this guy walk all over me. Time for me to watch Teresa again or stuff like that. But I loved Teresa, dude. Like, she was like horrible, a horrible human being. Like, left. Yeah, it's the same novela. Okay. She left the love of her life to go with the lawyer that had all this money. And then when the lawyer was like losing the money, they were already married. So she like leaves him, takes his sister's man. So her cuñada's man takes him from her. And his mom like hated Teresa. Like, she was like, she hated her ever
like
since.
She knew it.
Yeah,
from the
she
beginning.
knew it. Yeah. Ooh. And that guy, like, he loved still her. Chose her. Like, he didn't care, giving up his best friend, his mom, like everybody. And then, man, I gotta watch it again. But then Teresa,
girl, you gonna make me watch it. It's on Prime Video. I got Prime.
Is it on Prime? Mm-hmm. Okay, I need to watch it on Prime. Yeah. I love Teresa. Such a good novela.
Yeah, I remember Ruby and how it went.
So dramatic.
It was so
we
horrible.
had another topic and now I can't remember.
I just said like the church and the diabolical characters. Or characters we hate.
I can't remember. But since we're
36.
Since we're speaking of movies, okay, I posted on my I posted on my story. So Elemental's out on Disney Plus. Oh, and guys, if you have not yet watched it, like 100% go watch it. But everybody replied to it. I had like I kid you not, like 15 messages on my Instagram, and they were like, oh my god, yeah, like I watched it and it was such a good movie. And it is like, I kid you not, like the love story that is between like water and fire is beautiful. Like, it's a beautiful, beautiful love story. It's super sad. You cry because of their love. Like, it's such a beautiful thing. But that generational curse that they break, man, like, dude, at the end, that generational curse is broken. So basically, like, it's fire. Her name's Ember, and her parents came from a different country, and they started like their own little shop and mom and pop shop and everything. And they lose the shop. Well, they're like almost gonna lose the shop. It's like a whole drama that happens, right? But whenever her dad is telling her the story, like, he wants to hand her over the business, but she has want it. Like, she thinks that she wants it, and then she meets somebody, and then she's like, I think I've been angry so much because I don't really want that. Like, I know that I want more. Like, I want to do something different. But she's like, I could never do that to my parents, basically. You know, so she feels like she's stuck. And something happens, and then they end up giving the shop to somebody else. But her parents are like, go ahead, like go. She basically wants to go off to college or something. And her dad's like, she's like, but this is your dream. Like, the shop is your dream. And her dad's like, the shop is not my dream. Like, you're my dream. Like, you've always been the dream. And that part makes you tear up, right? But when her dad is telling her the story, so in his culture, whenever they left their country, his dad, like, basically, like, shunned him. And so when they were leaving, his dad, like, didn't want him to leave. And they do, like, this kneeling thing. Like, they turn and they kneel. And for you to know that you have their blessing, they're supposed to kneel back to you. And his dad just looked at him and, like, walked away or something. And that's how he came to the country, like, knowing that his dad, like, walked away and, like, wasn't gonna support him in him leaving. And whenever she's leaving, she's going off to college. She's to where she's gonna go study her work. Like, she's getting up on the thing and she remembers the story, and she turns around and she bows, like, she does her little bow. And her dad, oh, dude, I'll cry. Her dad looks at her and he bows, and I was like, oh, like, so beautiful. Like, he broke that curse, you know, like, that's a generational curse that's broken. And it's like, you have, like, mi apoyo, like, te doy todo, like, it's what you want. Like, I respect you, I respect your decision, like, and that's so beautiful, because a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people are like, no, like, we came to this country because of this, like, you have to do it this way. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful story, dude. Like, if you watch it, like, oh my God, like, I watched it twice. We watched it when it came out at the movies, and then it was like, I cried. I bawled at the movies. Like, I bawled because it was the first time I watched it. And then, like, when we saw it was on Disney Plus, I was like, let's watch it. And me and Mylene were watching it, and she was like,
oh my God, now
her eyes were,
I don't have Disney no more.
You can use mine. And then Mylene was like, she would look up at me. She's like, are you crying? I was like, yeah, my eyes are teary. Me too, mommy. But yeah, was there anything else you wanted to talk about?
That's so cute.
It is so cute.
That's super cute.
It's a wonderful movie. Everybody should watch it.
I feels like I have to burp. Sorry, y'all. No, I mean, it's kind of a short episode today, but I'm good with that.
Yeah, me too.
Yep. I'm obsessed with Olipop, y'all. Y'all need to try them out.
Oh yeah, dude! I thought I had ordered some, and they weren't in my cart, and I was like, oh, I thought I put them in my cart, but I didn't.
Yes, I'm obsessed.
Are they? Do they taste good?
Yes.
Like,
I mean, they don't taste like soda, but they taste good.
Yeah.
Well, to me, they do.
Do you feel like they're as bubbly as soda or no?
I don't know. I haven't had soda in years.
Because the gas in the soda is, like, so strong.
It's strong. I mean, they're strong. I mean,
I feel like
this is strong.
One? No, then no. It's not like soda.
It's about the same like that.
Okay, that's not bad. But the flavor, do you feel like it's more?
Oh yeah. The flavor is more like this. I'm saying the carbonated part of it. It's probably like that, but the flavor, yeah. I've had it. Like, I had a cherry cola one, and it was really good.
Is it more like the flavor? You can taste it more than.
Oh yeah, this is water.
Yeah,
this is basically water. What are they called? Is Olipop. What are these called?
Sparkling waters.
No, but the name.
Oh, La Cruz. Yeah. But it's good. It's a cherry lime one.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah. It's really good. I was like, ooh, let me try it.
I've actually been, so you know how I'm like a big soda person, right?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't been drinking soda. Like, me and Henry are more like Sprite now.
Oh, my sister loves Sprite.
Yeah, but, oh, you know what? I do want to talk about this. So, I got an app. It's called Yuka. Oh, and yeah. I was like, I've been telling everybody about it, and I've been talking about cycle syncing.
Yeah.
I did want to talk about that. Okay, so first the app, right? So for the past 2 weeks, everybody was telling me, like, on Friday, they were like, Anahy, you look really good. Like, you look really snatched. And I really think it's because I've been looking at my food. So, like, not only do I eat more whole foods, more real food, like food that's not processed, right? But everything that I do eat that is processed, I'll scan with that app, and it'll tell you, like, 0 out of 100. It rates it. Like, 100 obviously is the best. But as long as you're in the green and it doesn't have any additives that are hazardous, and dude, you would be so surprised. Hold on, guys. Whose coffee is that? In the room? Mine. The one that's in the room? Oh, no, ya no sirve. Yeah. She wants coffee, dude.
You're not going to keep her up?
She's staying at my mom's tomorrow. I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it started with Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, yeah.
Because Mylin was really eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And guys, like, it has so many additives in it. Like, I highly recommend y'all download that app, especially if you have children. Because,
okay, but with that app, you don't think, like, brands pay that app to, like, make it better? No. Because I've heard that theory.
No, because if you look at the ingredients, like, if you do look at the ingredients that are in the box, like, they are on there. Mm-hmm. And then I'll Google the ingredients on its own. Okay. So it and like what I like about it is that it and everything that it does recommend you, when I read the label, I know what every single ingredient on the back is. Like, there is nothing on there unless brands pay to not have that additive on there. That's what I'm saying. Like, different.
I've heard that, but I don't know about the food one. You know, is it Yuka too though? I don't think it is. The one that does like face wash and
that's a different one.
That's a different one. Yeah. I've heard that theory with that. Like, what if they pay them to say like
that is bad? That better. One of them's bad and one of them's better.
No, like to pay to say that it is good for people.
Oh,
I heard that with that app. I don't know about the food app, but I have heard it with like that, because a lot of skincare people will put like this skincare is actually really bad for you. That like the ones that go viral. Yeah,
that's different though.
And then they'll scan it and it's like, look, it's a 0 out of 100 or 3 out of 100.
But you can, so that's the thing though. Like, there's some of them that will say like, it's like, so they're very bad. I think like medium, it'll be yellow. And then it's like green, yellow, and then like super green is good. But I still like, if it tells me if it's like a Reese's cup, like it's so bad, right? Like it'll scan it as so bad. But it's only really bad because of the sugar. It doesn't really have any, like the additives that are on there, they're not like red hazardous flags, like additives. So,
but you also know, like you've studied the ingredients.
Yeah, like I'll look at the package too. Yeah. So that's how I base it off. Like if it tells me like it's bad, like I'm like, okay, but why is it bad? Like, so I'll go and like look up the ingredients and stuff.
Yeah, because like any candy is gonna be bad, right?
Yeah, because it's sugar. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, that's whatever. Like that's candy. It's not like you eat it all the time. I'm still gonna eat it like that.
Yeah.
But what I like about it is like it'll be like I was eating a lot. So this is the thing though. Like yeah, like it could be that brands are paying. But I was getting like intense headaches, like like at least 3 or 4 times a week. And I was breaking out really bad, like really, really bad. And I was like, I don't get it. Like I eat pretty healthy, like majority of the time, but I did eat a lot of diet food, which I've always heard, like anything that says diet is probably bad for you, really right? Bad for you. So I started like not so much focused on like what I'm eating for dinner. So like, okay, if I eat a quesadilla, like I would be like, oh, like I would be really picky about what I'm putting in there, really picky about the cheese. And then like I'll scan the cheese and it's like, it's not even good. You should have just gotten the one that's more fat in there, like that. And so I've been switching like that. And I like TMI, but I started my period Saturday. I looked like my stomach was not bloated Friday night. And that's only 2 weeks of me doing it. My face has started to clear up. I don't get headaches anymore. And like I would eat a lot of baked hot Cheetos and a lot of like baked hot Cheetos, Fritos, Cheetos, like that whole Frito-Lay thing. They have an additive that if you're sensitive, so it depends if you're sensitive to that additive or not too, right? But some of the additives will lead to headaches, nausea, which I would get, dude. Like Henry would be like, you're pregnant. And I was like, I'm not pregnant. Like I know the difference between like pregnancy nausea and then just like nausea, you know?
Yeah, like feeling like crap.
Yeah, and now like I just don't, like I didn't cramp at all before I started my period. I've been on my period for the past 2 days. I haven't cramped at all, dude, like whatsoever. I haven't felt bloated. I haven't sluggish, nothing. Like, and it could be it's in my head, but I don't think so. Like, I'm like, there's no way I didn't cramp the night before when my whole life I've cramped the night before. Yeah. I didn't even get headaches, dude. Like, so I feel like that's what's been helping me. Yeah. So, and then that leads me into cycle syncing.
Yeah.
So, and also with my Len, like a lot of the food does have like red dye 40, which I was already looking for, right? But on Thursday, I was like, you know what? Like, I've been giving her like pretzels, sun chips, stuff that doesn't have additives in there. On Thursday, I was like, you know what? Like, let me see. Like, let me just see how she acts. She was so good, dude, all week. And I put in a Go-Gurt, for her snack pack, I put in a yogurt, Cheetos, and a Capri Sun. Tell me why, Gisele.
That day she was horrible.
Horrible. Like, I kid you not. Like, I was like throwing tantrums, screaming. Like, I've never had Mylene act like that in my life.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, like, it is that.
Yeah.
I was like, it is that. It is because I gave her the food that I had already taken out of her diet. Mm-hmm. And so I've cleaned the pantry out. But again, like, I'll check, like, okay, why is it, like, it'll tell me, like, it's bad. Okay, but why? Like, because of sodium. Like, if it's anything like that, I'm like, I don't care. I drink my water. You know? Like, like that. But then I started doing that, and then I started cycle syncing. So cycle syncing is, I sent you the TikTok. Did you look at it?
But I didn't get it.
Okay, so
like it says day 1 to 6. That
so
means
the
when
day
you're
your period
on your
starts.
period.
The day your period starts is the day you started.
Okay, so that's when you started.
Yeah.
But what if your period's only like 3 or 4 days? Still?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's like the first couple of days. Okay. So you start cycle syncing. So cycle syncing basically is you do your workouts and you eat based on what day of what week of your period
like your workouts and your food are based on those days.
On those days.
4 days.
So like
4 syncs.
Yeah. So like that whole like week right before you get your period, that's when you can eat like more protein, more carbs, like, and it's not going to make you fat because that's when your body needs all of that.
That's the 4th one.
Yes. And that's when you can.
Because it starts on the first one. I mean, see, I'm confused, y'all. So there's 4, right?
Yeah.
When it starts, it's when you're on your period.
Yes.
Day 1 through 6.
Yeah.
And then 7 through something. And then, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the first one, obviously you're on your period. You don't want to do intense workouts.
Yeah,
so since you're not doing intense workouts, yeah, you'll do walks, but you're also eating lighter because your body right now is recovering. It's like starting the whole process of you bleeding, everything. You don't feel like, and if you do go to the gym and like you feel strong, like you're not going to feel strong right after because you're going to, like, you're on your period. Your body right now is like, it's recovering basically from letting that whole egg be loose, right? So you work out and you eat based off your cycle. Mm-hmm. So if it's like, so do you ever feel like, man, I ate really bad, but like I still feel like I have a flat stomach? No?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, those are the times that you're really supposed to be eating like a lot of protein, a lot of carbs. You want to add some peanut butter in there. You want to add some chocolate. Like nothing's going to happen. Because your body right now, like, it needs it and it can process it better because it's about to like lead you into getting your period. Okay. So the first couple weeks you do, which this is like the first full week that I start like from this cycle because I started only 2 weeks ago. So it's going to be like light food. If I do have carbs, it's going to be like maybe like a 1/3 cup of rice. Like do it more in moderation. My snacks will be like lighter. Workouts. Yeah, light workouts. I'll probably start going for walks, maybe like some yoga or some Pilates. It's like what it tells you to do. Once you're like next week or like the next cycle, you can start adding, you kind of eat more closer to that first cycle, but that's when you can start adding a little bit more carbs, a little bit more strength training into your workouts.
Yeah, the second one is the one that said Pilates.
Oh, yeah, because you can start getting like
the
more
Pilates and a little bit more strength.
Yeah, training. More strength training, and then the last 2 weeks is when you can do more like hits, you're more like
out, strength training, weights,
but like with heavy weights. Like that's when you're the strongest too. That's why sometimes you go to the gym and you're like, man, I feel so weak because your body right now is not meant for you to do that. And our estrogen levels, all of that, like our hormonal balance.
Yeah, when they're high, you're like,
yeah. And it's like, that's why they say, like, you know, that week that you have, like, where before you're like, period. Man, like, I can clean. I'm not tired. I can work out. I can cook. And you're not tired. That's what men feel like all the time.
Oh, for real? I didn't
yeah,
know
that's
that.
why.
I never heard that.
Yeah, that's why men, like, women require 7 to 9 hours of sleep for us to function properly. Men require 4 to 6.
Girl, I require like 12.
No. No, really, you only need 7 to 9.
If I get 7 to 9, I'm still tired.
Really?
Yes.
I couldn't, like, no.
Yeah.
I do get more tired if I sleep more. But technically, scientifically, you're supposed to have 7 to 9 hours. Men can have 4 to 6. And they're going to function just as good as you.
I can function better if I get less sleep. And Rob can only function if he gets more.
Maybe, yeah.
If he only sleeps like 4 to 6, like, he's going to be hella grouchy in the morning.
Really? No, mm-hmm. Henry's like...
And he takes naps. He'll come home and take like a 2-hour nap too.
Well, Henry, he can function, dude. 4 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
But men can be grumpy, but they can still get it done. Women are going to be like so slow with those 4 to 6 hours. Like you're going to be working really, really slow. You're going to be extremely drained. Other than like those weeks that you're like, oh, cool. Like I didn't get that much sleep, but I'm not tired. Because that's when our estrogen is the highest, because that's what men have the highest is their estrogen. Like if women had as high estrogen their whole cycle, the way that men do, like it'd be like nothing.
I feel like it doesn't apply to all men though. I
don't know. That's what they say. I haven't really think so, looked
because
into men.
Like Rob's diet is not good. That guy eats like trash, and you can see it.
But don't you think that's why he probably needs more sleep? Because his diet is trash.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He can't function.
That's what I'm saying. But like, if he were to eat healthy, he probably could function off those.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't apply to all men because some men really don't take care of themselves.
Rob doesn't eat healthy, dude.
No, dude, he's like trash. He knows it. He's watching this. I don't care.
Rob,
he'll eat McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Burger King. He'll eat two burritos in one sitting. But I mean, mira, está bien flaco.
Yeah.
But you can see it in his, like when he's like, and I'm like, come on.
Because of the sluggish food he eats.
I do feel like women can be tired and still get shit done though.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like I don't feel like we just can't get it done.
No, you can still do it, but you feel it.
Yeah, I mean you feel it, but we get shit done.
Yeah. For the most part, Henry does.
I'm trying to stop cussing. I don't like it.
I know, me too. Dude, I was telling Henry, I was like, you really know we're really not supposed to be cursing like that? And Henry was like, no way. I was like, yeah. And then we were at church and he said, shit. And then he was like, oh, and I was like, we're in Jesus' house.
We're in the house of the Lord.
Like, what is wrong with you? And he's like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, but Henry, for the most part, I mean, he eats what I make. So.
No, and that's good. Rob doesn't. He's picky, dude.
That's annoying.
He's so picky. And I tell Rob, like me and Rob, we both like suffer from like acne. And when Rob eats better, his acne isn't bad. Yeah. And when he eats like crap, like when he's out on the road for work and they're just eating a bunch of like McDonald's, Jack in the Box, whatever's on the road, he'll start breaking out. And I'm like, I'm telling you. And then there'll be times, I mean, we all fall on and fall off, me too, because there'll be times where I'm breaking out really bad.
Yeah.
But I noticed, like, for me, I feel like everybody's different, but, like, for me, it's dairy.
Yeah. Like, what makes you break out?
Yeah. And you know what else? And I for the fall, I love it. But VNA actually told me about it. And then I started making research, and I was like, oh, my God. Starbucks.
Oh, yeah.
They have like a lot of hormonal things in their drinks, and when I have Starbucks, I will get like acne like all around my jawline. But I love the fall drinks. I'm like,
make them at home.
I try to do like one every other week.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. But if I do get it, I will break out. Like I'll have like a pimple, like a huge pimple.
That's crazy.
I know.
I don't know.
It messes with my hormones.
I don't know what was wrong with me last week. Oh, well, that's what started, or like 2 weeks ago, that's what started making me like look at what I was eating, because there was 2 nights in a row, dude, that I like wiped my makeup off and just felt like, I mean, I don't really have acne, right?
Yeah.
It was bad. Like, it was like a rash almost of like acne on both my sides of my cheeks, and it would go all the way up to like around my eyes. And I was like, what is that? Like I wanted to cry, dude. Like I kid you not, because I was like, not even in my teens did I deal with like acne like this.
There's like different like
areas, parts that like they mean different
hormonal
stuff.
So like when I break out right here, I'm like, I'm either gonna start or I eat something that messed with my hormones.
So mine was like acá abajo and right here, but nothing on my forehead.
Yeah, so I think this is hormonal, and this is your liver and your stomach.
Okay, well that makes sense then, because I was drinking a lot of Coke.
Oh,
and soda is really bad for your liver and your kidney. So I was like, and Henry was like, it had to have been something you ate. Like maybe you're allergic to something. So that's what made me stop drinking soda. And
you saw a big difference.
Dude, like huge. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what?
And I want to say your forehead stress.
I don't really get on my forehead. Mm-hmm. And I stress a lot. That's weird.
You gotta stop.
I know.
I'm gonna send you this when I learned at church today.
I know. But man, that turned into an hour episode.
That's good.
But yeah, so pay attention to what you're eating. It is.
I want to try the cycles.
The
workout part of it. I do want to. I need to go back and look at the food part of it, but I saw more of the workout thing. I was like, I want to try that.
Yeah.
Because I always beat myself up for not working out on my period.
Dude, and if you, no, and it's okay. Like, we're not meant
to. But I would love to be, like, go easy on myself and start
like, oh, let me go for a walk.
Walks.
Yeah.
Because that'll get me in, like, okay, I went on a walk for 6 days. And whether it be a mile or 5, like, I still did something. And if you... I remember that day I told you I went on a hot girl walk with Taylor, and I only did 3 miles, and I burnt, like, 400 calories. Yeah. Almost 500. And it was just a walk.
Literally.
There's times where I do a whole, like, HIIT workout and burn less.
Yeah. So Doctors tell you, though, they're like, the best thing you can do is walk. Like, that's the best workout you could do. But... Oh, man, I was going to say something and now I forgot.
We're almost to 50 episodes in a year.
Yeah.
Will we hit 50 when we hit a year?
No.
Oh.
It's about to be, I think we'll probably be like 40 something. But
1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah.
Guys, don't forget to subscribe. Honestly, we'll probably do the next giveaway for our 1 year anniversary. Yeah. And then we're still not going to drop merch. We're going to drop merch once we get to 500 subscribers. So again, don't forget to like, follow, share, word of mouth, guys. Like, if you like our podcast and you like listening to us every week, like, let your friends know. Tell them to let their friends know, because that's honestly like the best way for us to grow is like word of mouth. That's how people are gonna be like, oh, like, let me listen to these girls. Like, so and so said it was a good podcast. So please always like share us. Even if it's not through Instagram or TikTok, like, let it be like you just letting your friends know. That's what's gonna help us the most. Don't forget, we also have last week's episode. If you haven't listened to that one yet, we talked about
fall.
Oh yeah,
fall fashion.
Oh, this week Giselle's wearing her pumpkin.
Oh, yeah. Half pumpkin, half human.
Super cute.
Half human, half pumpkin.
Honestly, guys, I was cleaning and setting up for Halloween, so I forgot to wear something fall Halloweenish. So I'm wearing my husband's
well, I think right now we're doing more like fall, because I haven't pulled anything Halloween out.
I have more Halloween. I don't really have a lot of fall.
Oh, yeah. I know, but last week I just wore like a brown color.
Yeah.
Black is fall too. No, I'm just kidding.
Decor, like fall vibes.
Yeah,
cozy. I'm excited to right now go watch.
We're gonna do an episode where we're wearing the same exact outfit again.
Oh yeah, we need to look for those outfits. I was actually looking for black boots earlier.
That's gonna be so much fun.
But I hope you guys have a great weekend. Right? Yes. Yeah, have a great weekend. Subscribe and
share, like, and follow. Have a good time. Cut that.
I'm not cutting nothing out, Gisele.
Oh my gosh, you better cut it out. I sounded so dumb.
This is it.
I'm gonna cut it out on YouTube.
I'm not cutting it out.
She's so mean, y'all. Have a good weekend, y'all. Bye.